All right, so now we're at the greenhouse, and this is the growing house. This winter, this was a giant success. We learned a lot of things, but we grew lettuce pretty much all winter long, especially spinach and kale. Those did really, really well. So we're just gonna run inside here. We're gonna take a quick look at a couple things because we are working on some fan work and ventilation work. So you can see this is the intake side, and these two vents on either side here, these are 30 by 30, and these will open when the ventilation fan kicks on at the other end, so it's pulling air all the way up through the greenhouse. And now from the inside, if you want to come over here. So there will actually be motors on these that will actually, when the thermostat says, hey, it's too hot in here, we need to kick on and run, these will open up at the same time the fan kicks on down there, pulling air through the whole greenhouse and cooling it down. At the same time that happens, there's going to be some circulation fans inside here that are circulating the air in a circle. Just small 12-inch fans. Those were the ones that were inside the garage that we talked about. Those will actually shut off because you want to circulate the air when you're not ventilating. When you ventilate, you want to cut off the circulation that's running in here because the two kind of fight one another. I could be totally wrong about that too, but that's just what I've read so far, so that's what we're going to try. Other than that, we're kind of just finishing up in here. We have the tomatoes that are just about ready to go in. So there's some spinach here that still has come up. This spinach over here was actually planted in, I think it was December or January, and it germinated and came up. So that's just super cool that you can plant stuff like that in these hoop houses that late in the winter, and you're still going to get something out of them. But this spinach here went in like late October, and we are still harvesting it. On the other end down here, we can just look real quick. So again, it's been like so wet this last week, and even in this greenhouse, we need to put some drainage around it because we're getting a lot of water that comes in and goes through these trenches. But these are just some carrots, and these were planted at the same time as this spinach. And so these carrots, they'll come to maturity before we have to pull these out for these sides where peppers are actually going to be growing on the two sides of the greenhouse. So peppers, then tomatoes, then in the middle we're going to have cucumbers. And that's kind of the plan right now. So that's all I got in here so far. Next, I think we're going to head back. We're going to actually look at the garden that's out in the field and go from there.